time's just after 4 o'clock. Welcome everyone to our November council meeting. For the record, present we have myself, Councillor Darryl Hudson, Deputy President Councillor Robert Trepp, Councillor Jennifer Graffin, Councillor Christopher Meekins, Councillor Jason Sewell, and Councillor Ashley Jones. Councillor Metcalf is on a leave of absence. The staff, we have our CEO, Manisha Bhathakar. We have Ms. Carly Rose, Manager of Governance and Community Services, Ben Ward's Manager of Infrastructure and Projects, Solomon Malawi, Manager of Corporate Services, and Sarah Skinner, our Compliance Officer. We have no apologies. We have a guest in the room. We have Charlie Hagboon. Welcome, Charlie. We have no public questions. There's a disclosure of interest. I have a disclosure of interest for item 12.3 to do with proximity and partiality. Any applications for leave of absence for December or January, please? No holidays. January. Someone like to move that Councillor Jones have leave of absence in January, please? Yeah, Councillor Graffin and seconded Councillor Trepp. All those in favour? That's carried 6 loves, sorry. Okay, we had a special council meeting on the 21st and ordinary council meeting on the 28th. So we have first item 7. There's no petitions and pub presentations. So we go to confirmation minutes of the previous meetings, 7.1 and 7.2. And I'll read that. By a simple majority pursuant to sections 5.22 and 3.10 of the Local Government Act, the minutes of the special council meeting held on the 21st of October 25 were presented in attachment 7.1a, and the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on the 28th of October 2025 as presented in attachment 7.2a be confirmed as a true and correct record of proceedings. Someone like to move that, please? Councillor Meekins, and seconded Councillor Graffin. All those in favour? 6 love, thank you. Minutes of committee meetings. We had local emergency management committee meeting held on the 20th of October and assets and works committee held on the 12th of November. So office recommendation 8, that by simple majority pursuant to sections 5.22 and 3.18 of the Local Government Act, the minutes of the Local Emergency Management Committee meeting held on the 20th of October 25 as presented in attachment 8.1a, and minutes of the Assets and Works Committee meeting held on the 12th of November 2025 presented in attachment 8.2a be received. Someone move that, please. Councillor Trepp and seconded Councillor Graffin. All those in favour? Carried 6 love, thank you. Out of those meetings, we had local emergency relief and support plan for the wheat belt and officer recommendation 9.12, and that's to do with the LERSP, which is the local emergency. Can you help me there, please, Cara?
Emergency relief support plan.
Which is in the minutes there. So council committee recommendation 9.12, that by simple majority in accordance with the Emergency Management Act 2005, council authorise the Manager of Governance and Community Services to update the terminology within the Shire of Dowerin's local emergency management arrangement to replace welfare centre with emergency evacuation centre and welfare support with emergency relief and support.
Did you skip over one?
I might have. Sorry. So we'll go back to 9 point. Thank you, Councillor Trepp. That by simple, so committee recommendation 9.11, that by simple majority in accordance with the Emergency Management Act 2005, Council 1 notes the information provided in the Local Emergency Relief and Support Plan, LERSP, endorses the LERSP as an addendum to the Shire of Dowerin's Local Emergency Management Arrangements, our LEMA. Someone move that, please. Councillor Trepp and seconded Councillor Sewell. All those in favour? Carried 6 love. We go back to 9.12, which is the update of the emergency management arrangements. Just on that, so you'll update the centre? Yes. Thank you. The emergency centre will be updated from the Lesser Hall to the Dowerin Community Club. I'll read recommendation 9.12 again, that by simple majority in accordance with the Emergency Management Act, Council authorise the Manager of Governance and Community Services to update the terminology within the Shire of Dowerin's local emergency management arrangements to replace Welfare Centre with Emergency Evacuation Centre and Welfare Support with Emergency Relief Support. Someone move that again, please. Councillor Jones and seconded Councillor Graffin. All those in favour? Carried 6 love. In the Asset and Works Committee, we had a revised Regional Road Group 5-year plan. Would you like to quickly summarise that, please, Manager Ben?
Yes, thanks, President Hudson. In the year 2030 and 2031, we have added the complete reconstruction and seal of a 2.5 kilometre section on the Cunderdin Minivale Road between SLK, straight line kilometre 19.30 and 21.80.
Thanks, Ben. Committee recommendation 9.2.1, that by simple majority council endorse the revised Regional Road Group 5-year plan represented in 9.2.1a. Move it, please. Councillor Trepp and seconded Councillor Sewell. All those in favour? Carry 6 love. And also with that Regional Road Group meeting, a Regional Road Group reseal surplus funding allocation. So committee recommendation 9.22, that council by absolute majority in accordance to section 6.8 of the Local Government Act 95 WA endorses the committee's recommendation to allocate surplus Regional Road Group funding for the Dowerin-Meckering Road Reseal project with a total project cost of $162,115, and 2, approves the Shire's contribution of $54,038, which is 1/3, to be temporarily funded from the road reserve for the purpose of funding commitment, with funds to be replenished at the mid-year budget review using available Muni operating service. Someone like to move that, please? Councillor Jones and Councillor Meakin, sorry. Let's have a drink. All those in favour? That's carried 6 love. Just announcement of the President without discussion. Nothing other than wish our CEO and partner who are off on holidays. So I just found that out today, but have a great break. Been here a year now, so we will see you next year and have a great trip and come back refreshed. So we go on to our financial activity statement, which we have gone through previously, attachment 11.1a. Officer's recommendation 11.1, that council by simple majority pursuant to the regulation 34 of the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 96 receives a draft statutory financial activity statement report for the period of October 25 as presented in attachment 11.1a. Could I have a mover, please? Councillor Sewell and Councillor Jones have seconded. All those in favour? Carried 6 love. List of accounts paid. And attachment 11.2a and the credit card in 11.2b, which have been presented to the council in the workshop and has gone through. So I'll go to the recommendation. Nothing outstanding on that. So offer the recommendation 11.2, that council by simple majority pursuant to section 6.8 for the Local Government Act 95 and Regulation 12 and 13 for the Local Government Financial Management Regulations 96, receives a report from the CEO on the exercise of delegated authority in relation to creditor payments from the Shire of Dowerin Muni Fund, as presented in attachment 11.2A and below. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Graffin, and a seconder. Councillor Sewell, all those in favour? Carried.
Want to take a minute?
Yeah, I might.
Need a reader.
I should be right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not to that. Okay. So, Office Reports, Governance Compliance. We have a development application on lots 287 and 289 in Cottrell Street. Is there any questions to the management on that? We have had a discussion. So we'll go to the item, and the item is quite a long one, which I might abbreviate in my state. The Office Recommendation 12.1, that by simple majority in accordance with the Shire of Dowerin Local Planning Scheme number 2, Council approves the development application DA 2025-08 for the construction of a 30-metre length. Yeah, that just doesn't quite word right. Yeah, just if you cross out all the construction, So application DA 2028-08 for the construction of a 30-metre length by 20-metre width by 7.76 apex height. Yeah, you need to cut out an apex height twice. I did reread this too, pre-read this. With a wall height of 6 metre new structure to store trucks and trailers across lots 287 and 289 on Cottrell Street in the town of Dowerin, in accordance with the plan submitted with DA 2025-08 with the following conditions.
You can just do it on block if you don't want to read it.
On block.
Read the rest of the motion
Do it on block. Someone like to move that? Councillor Meekins, seconder. Councillor Sewell, all those in favour? Carried, thank you. Thank you, councillors. Strategic Community Plan Quarterly Progress Report. It's been discussed. Officer Recommendation 12.2 that Council by simple majority in accordance with Section 5.56 of the Local Government Act 95 receives the Integrated Strategic Plan Quarterly Progress Report, November 2025, as presented attachment 12.20. Someone like to move that? Councillor Sewell and Councillor Graffin is a seconder. All those in favour? Carried. We probably should have a discussion on the previous one. Yeah, that's okay. With this one, I will leave the room. It's the Amery Acres cropping lease, and I'll ask the deputy if they can take over.
Thank you, President Hudson. Just wait for him to leave the room. Councillor Hudson has left the room as he's disclosed an impartiality interest and also a proximity interest, I believe, because he's owns the land next door to the land being the subject of the lease. We have received one application for the community cropping lease at Amery Acres by the Dowerin Community Club. They have had it for the last 3 years, I believe, and have performed adequately. And given that nobody else expressed any interest, we're re-awarding it to them for a further 3 years. They have to adhere to a strict set of requirements regarding the proposed cropping plan, reporting conditions, etc. So moving straight on to the recommendation 12.3, the Council by a simple majority in accordance with Section 18 of the Land Administration Act 1997 and Section 3.58 of the Local Government Act 1995 resolves to 1. Endorse the Dowerin Community Club as the successful applicant for the Amery Acres Community Cropping Lease for the years 2026 to 2029. 2. Support the execution of a 3-year sublease over reserve number 49356, being lot 321 on plan 58773, commencing 1st of April next year at a rental of $1 per annum. 3. Authorise the Manager of Governance and Community Services to liaise with the Minister for Lands to obtain ministerial approval for the sublease. 4. Authorise the CEO to execute the sublease agreement upon receipt of ministerial consent. And 5. Authorise the Manager of Governance and Community Services to notify Landgate and undertake the necessary admin actions following the execution of the agreement. Pretty straightforward. Who would like to move that one? Councillor Meekins, and seconded Councillor Jones. Would either of you like to make a comment on that? Anyone disagree? All those in favour? 5-0. Okay, we fetch the President again.
Okay. Acres done. There's a late item. Yep. Okay. Development Assessment Panel, appointment of representatives. Flick through, please, Carly. So in the past, Councillor Trepp and I were on the Development Assessment Panel. I think the last 4 years, I think, Councillor Trepp. Yeah, we need a couple of proxies, and Councillor Sewell and Councillor Graffin have agreed to be proxies, so I'll read the officer's recommendation. That in accordance with Regulation 23.1 of the Planning and Development Assessment Panel's Regulations 2011, Council 1 appoints Councillor Hudson and Councillor Trepp as local government members to the Development Assessment Panel, the DAP, for the Shire of Dowerin, and appoints Councillor Sewell and Councillor Graffin as proxy local government members to the Development Assessment Panel, DAP, for the Shire of Dowerin. Someone like to move that, please? Councillor Jones and Councillor Sewell has seconded. All those in favour? That's carried 6-0. There's no reports, no urgent business, no elected members' motions unless someone wants to bring one up now. No matters behind closed doors. Thank our guests for attending, Charlie. Good job. Would you like to ask a question? Thank you. And with that, I'll close the meeting and thank everyone for their attendance.